Backyard Lumberjack here. What's going on? I know it's been a while, but I have a great video. I've had a lot going on. I've been producing content for my other channels, and today I saw a few infiltrators in my garden. So I produce content that's primarily focused around gardening, growing your own food, becoming self-sustainable. But on this channel, I do a lot of knife throwing, a lot of survival stuff, somewhat. But right here, so I was outside grilling with my family, or grilling for my family is really how we should word it. But I was out here and I'm out here grilling. I'm grilling a chicken. I'm spatchcocking a grilled chicken right there, as you can see. And I was also, while this is cooking, I was also planting peppers, squash, cabbage, bok choy, and I was doing a lot of things. And I went in the house for a little bit and I saw a rabbit encroaching on my territory. So last year I found squirrels, groundhogs, and they were just eating my food, eating my fruit before I got a chance to eat it and give it to my family myself. So in this video, I'm going to see if I can swap out this spatchcock chicken for a spatchcock rabbit. I just took down a rabbit in my backyard. My wife doesn't know yet. I'm going to strip, season, and cook this rabbit spatchcock just like how I spatchcock this chicken, and swap it out for the chicken and give it to my wife and see if she notices. She's gonna flip her effing lid when she finds out, but I'm gonna do it anyway for the sake of content. I did it with a squirrel, put squirrel on pizza. Today, I'm going to spatchcock this rabbit just like I did that chicken and see if she knows and tastes the difference. So we're going to go take a look at this rabbit that I just took down. Let's do it. So I'm walking in my backyard right here. This is where I put all my weeds. I dry them out. I dry my weeds out and then I put them in my compost. But right here, this is my backyard food forest right here. And let me get a better view. This is where I grow a lot of my vegetables, my fruit trees, my squash, my cucumbers, like so much stuff. Let me get a quick look. And you can see right there, summer squash. Goddamn rabbits, groundhogs, they like to eat this shit. So we walking in my backyard. I know it looks a little crazy. Don't worry about it. It's my yard, not yours. It's my yard. All right, you see the rabbit right there. You see it. See if we can get a better viewpoint. Damn. All right, camera's level. You see we got a rabbit right there. All right, so we got a rabbit right here. I hit him. He went about maybe, I say about 20 feet, maybe, before he went down. So this was a good shot. And we are going to spatchcock this rabbit. I live in New Jersey, and there's only certain ways you can take down varmint, and I'm working within my means. So I took down this rabbit with a blowgun. Hence the dart in his head. You feel me? So this was a clean shot. You saw it on camera. This rabbit was taken down with a blowgun. So we're going to remove that. And it's probably easier to remove it if I take off the back of the dart. So we're going to take off the back of the dart, pull the head out the other side, and whoa, Roger Rabbit. Boom. We're going to take the head out the other side, put that back together. I'll clean this off, and we're going to reuse this dart right here. This dart is getting a little rusty. I've used these many times, and we're going to continue to use these because they work, as you just saw on camera. We are going to proceed to skin this rabbit. Now, I don't particularly have a lot of experience or any experience skinning rabbits. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to bring out my trusty Effin Grow throwing knife, although I'm not going to throw it right now because there's no need. But let's see how we're going to skin this thing. I think we're going to take him from behind the back strap, just enough to break through that skin here and see if we can. Oh, there we go. Now we're making some headway here. This thing is nice and warm. Just took him down. Super warm. So warm it's a little bit uncomfortable because this thing is so like bodily warm. I don't want to squeeze the guts too much, but oh. All right, we just took off the back strap, the back fur. I don't know. Do people use the fur of rabbits? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't think so. I don't know if anybody said like this is a rabbit scarf. I don't know. But let's see what we got left, because I'm gonna hose him down after I'm done. But we're gonna take off the tail. All right, that's the tail. So we got the whole body. That's the tail. And now we got the feet. And well, snap, pull the feet. Snap. We're probably gonna snap him off. Twist him off this way. I got my Effin Grow. I don't know why I'm doing all this extra work. Bust him down. Off with that one. All right. We're going to take off the other sock right here. All right. Oh, where you going? Bust him down. All right. Make sure we got no extra feathers or fur. There's no feathers on this one. It's not a bird, but feathers. We got to get rid of any evidence that my wife knows that this is anything other than a chicken. I don't know. She's going to be pissed about this one. So I gave her squirrel before, but she knew before she actually ingested it. She didn't know I was going to take down a squirrel. She didn't know I was coming to her doorstep with a squirrel. But this one right here, this one, she's going to flip her lid about this one. I don't care. All right, so how we going to do this one? How we going to do this part? So let's see. Oh, came right off. We got to take off this foot right here. The fur ain't coming off this foot so easy, so we might got to break this foot off. Probably ain't much meat on my Effin Grow. Probably ain't much meat on this after that on the foot part. See, I don't want to get him too dirty. I got, I'm gonna wash him off anyway, so it don't matter a whole lot. All right, so let's see if we can get the fur off of this part. These socks don't like to come off too easy, so bust him down. All right, got my Effin Grow. Let's take him off. Take this leg off. Like I said, it's the first time I'm doing this one. We're going to bust the neck off. Bust the head off from the neck. Is there a lot of meat on this neck? There's some. Is it worth keeping the head on? Not to me. And it's hard to not notice a rabbit head. So I can't bring the head in after cooking it on the grill. I think my wife's going to notice. So we're going to cut this head off. Head is off. Boom. All right, looking good so far. A lot of fur. Now, we got to get these guts and stuff up out of here. All right, let's do it. So start from the top. Start from the top and try to just lift it from the skin. I really don't want to bust the intestines and have rabbit poop and feces all up in my meat. So I'm trying to only cut the skin. And take from what we can take out of here. See, all the intestines and stuff is still intact. None of them are busted open, and I want to keep it that way. I don't smell anything particularly too foul. Looking at the liver, everything looks healthy. This looks like a healthy rabbit. This was a healthy Bugs Bunny. Everything looks cool. No spots on the liver. Everything, all the gizzards and everything, insides look healthy. Just going to bust him down. Bust him down. Strip him out. You know. Rip everything out. Everything. Everything. See? My wife would shit the bed if she saw me doing this right now. She'd lose her effing mind if she saw me doing this right now. That's why this, you say, put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner. That's why that saying for a reason. All right, we almost there. So I'm gonna cut that off. And I think we're pretty much clean. This looks clean on the inside now. Aside from hosing down, this looks good to go now. So I'm gonna go get the hose, clean him up. I'm gonna clean up this mess right here. Or should I let the turkey buzzers get in? Let nature do its thing. I think I should leave this out here for about a day or two and see if the turkey buzzers get it. Let nature take its course. I think that's a natural order of things. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do y'all leave y'all rabbit leavings in the yard for the turkey buzzers and birds to get it? Or do you let other animals get it? Or do you clean it up and discard it yourself? Bury it, throw it away. I don't know what y'all do. Let me know in the comments. Time to hose him down. All right. Anybody used to watching my videos, y'all know these targets right here. These are familiar. All right. Whoa. Backyard food forest. Growing a lot of things this year. Doing a whole lot. Watch my other channel, Root Healthy Plants, if y'all don't know anything about it. Let's hose him down. Hose this thing down, Roger Rabbit. Hose this thing down real good. Make sure there is no evidence of what this actually is. Right. Clean this thing up real good. I'm gonna have to cut off that tail because she's gonna know from that tail. All right, well, we're looking a little bit better. So got the feet off, head off, all the vital organs are out, and we're gonna continue to wash him down. We are doing a lot better. This is looking a lot cleaner. Most of the fur is off. There still is some fur. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have dropped him on the ground a couple times because some of that dirt is all and grass is like stuck to the fat. So if if you guys are ever doing this, try not to touch this thing on the ground because it's like it just like absorb whatever grass and dirt and whatever that it touched when it hit the ground. But try not to let these things touch the ground. I mean, I hear, you know, if it's fatty, it's a good animal. It's a healthy animal. So the fat absorbing or sucking up the grass or whatever dirt that it touched, I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. This thing's not looking bad, but let me show y'all what I'm talking about. You can see the fat. So let me put this on camera, and you can see like the jello-y fat in the back part. Like that is really fatty. You can see all the fat in there. That's amazing. And And that is the fatty stuff that I'm saying is like, it kind of, you know, stuck to the grass and the dirt. So if you cannot touch these things to the grass and the dirt, and I don't think that's going to be the end of the world if the grass or the dirt touches it, but man, this is not easy to just get off. You're not just washing that stuff off. More work. But I'm definitely going to season this thing nicely. I'm going to season it with the same seasoning that I seasoned the chicken with. So today, I used Montreal seasoning. Usually I use my own mix of seasonings. I like to season things exactly to the T of my preference because I cook a lot. But today, I was like, you know what? I was in the store this morning, super early. And I saw Montreal seasoning and they showed a picture and I was like, oh man, that picture, they did it to me. They sold me. That was good marketing because I bought it and I don't usually buy it. But I bought the Montreal seasoning and I said, you know what? You know, this chicken, I bought a whole chicken. I'm like, I'm a spatchcock a chicken today. So, you know, oh well, let's season it with that Montreal seasoning and see if they're on to something. So I hit it with the Montreal seasoning. So it's over there grilling, you know, cooking it low and slow. And I'm going to season this rabbit right here. I'm going to season Roger here with that Montreal. All right, we're looking a lot better. This is the back. And this is the front. We're going to season this thing, throw them on the grill. I will cut this tail off because my wife is going to lose her shit if she sees that tail. She's not. Well, I just took that tail off right there. So it's a better chance that she won't notice this for chicken without that tail on there. Let's do it. Rabbit. Let's see how this chicken is looking. Oh, that rabbit's starting to scorch on the bottom a little bit. I'm sorry. That chicken is starting to get a little black on the bottom. We're going to have to turn that. But in the meantime, between time, let's season this rabbit right here. Hopefully my wife ain't looking from the window. I'm going to season this thing up nicely. Do they look the same? They don't look the same at all. She going to lose her fucking mind. That's funny. Married times, right? Who's looking forward to marriage doing the shit that I'm doing? That's what marriage all about. Pissing your wife off, right? Season this thing up nicely. Make this thing taste like, I don't know, not the wild. All right, let's do it. I put that one back and put that one down back first. Or inside first. Let's do this one inside first too. I don't think they look the same at all. But, oh well. I mean, whatever. Rabbit, chicken. I'm gonna go get some tongs so I can flip this one. Close him up. It's doing a little bit of cooking, but we need to flip this chicken. Because this thing is starting to stick a little bit to the grate. And let's free this thing up. But the thing with this chicken is about at least twice the size of this rabbit. So I'm suspecting that this might end up finished cooking around the same time that this one end up finished cooking because it's half the size. The rabbit is half the size. Let's get a little look under there. Not much happening, but let's close him back up. Let's do it. And we're gonna close this lid a bit. Leave just a little bit of venting right there. And one of the key differences in how I season the chicken from how I season a rabbit is the chicken had the skin still on it. So I was able to get a lot of that seasoning under the skin of the chicken and left the skin on. So I let a lot of that seasoning permeate underneath the skin and really touch the meat and be able to permeate the meat a little bit more. The chicken might taste a little bit more flavorful than the rabbit, but we will see. I imagine because the rabbit doesn't have skin on it, although it does have that fat on the outer back layer, I still do imagine that the rabbit might taste a little bit tougher, especially on the outside, because it does not have that skin to protect it from the heat. The skin on the rabbit is getting direct contact from the heat, and that's going to make the heat make the muscles on the rabbit a lot tougher. So that outer layer of the rabbit is going to taste a lot tougher. It's going to be a lot more chewier, while the chicken has that skin on the outer layer. And you can choose not to eat the skin, but the skin is going to protect that inner layer. So in the very least, you'll get that nice, moist, chewy, or soft, chewy texture of that chicken, especially in the breast. The breast is the easiest part to dry out. So you definitely want that skin on that chicken breast to keep that nice and moist and flavorful and juicy. The rabbit has none of that. So it is what it is. I'm very interested to see the difference in flavor, the contrast in flavor between the two. Cooking them the same, except the chicken had seasoning under the skin. That's the only difference. I didn't marinate the chicken. I didn't do anything else different to the chicken. I spatchcocked it, seasoned it with that Montreal seasoning, then threw it on the grill. I knocked down that rabbit, introduced that rabbit to its maker, and then seasoned them with that Montreal seasoning. So I did essentially the same thing to the rabbit that I did to the chicken. I'm gonna let you know how it tastes, and I need you to put in the comments if you have any suggestions to make this rabbit taste the same, similar, or even better than a spatchcock chicken. Y'all let me know. Put it in the comments. We're gonna do it that way and see if what you had to say actually works. Let's get it. I'll let you know in a few how this actually is coming out. I'll give you an update soon. I just flipped the rabbit not too long ago, and it's actually coming out pretty tasty looking. It does not look like the chicken that I spatchcocked, but that spatchcock rabbit actually looks kind of tasty. Let's take a look at it. Woo-hoo. You have juices flowing in this chicken. Like, this chicken looks super tender, and this rabbit actually does not look so bad. It's actually looking a little bit on the drier side. When I touch it, it's still a little, I can push in some. The rabbit feels like it's going to be a bit chewier. It does not have that skin to protect that outer layer, so it does feel like it's going to be on a bit of the chewy side. But I'm going to turn that back over, and this rabbit feels like it's going to be done at or earlier than the chicken. The chicken feels super tender. Wow. This spatchcock chicken looks amazing. It's super juicy. The juices are coming up on the inside, and this thing looks amazing. I can't wait to taste it. I almost want to peel off a piece. Oh man, I wasn't even gonna peel it off. If it didn't pull the way that it did, I would not have peeled that off. But I actually want to taste this now. I know it's going to expose this piece right here, and it's going to make that piece right there a little bit more chewy, but I actually want to taste this now. Oh man. That spatchcock chicken is. It's that deal. I got a good mind to want to taste a piece of this spatchcock rabbit right now. And this looks done. I mean, obviously, where it's at, it's more on the charred side and a little bit more chewy, but I can't say that I necessarily know that this tastes like not chicken. It tastes like some really chewy, seasoned not chicken. This tastes like some really chewy chicken that was seasoned and just not hydrated the best. That's what it actually tastes like. Let me see if I can get a better taste up in here. I should get a fork. This is not the best thing to be turning it with or tasting it with. Because, damn. It's definitely a bit more chewy, this rabbit. This definitely looks done. Oh, look at that. Got some rabbit meat right there. Close that up. We got some good rabbit meat. Let me let you know how this tastes. Let's see. Let's close that up a little bit. I can't say that it doesn't taste like chicken. Like, it tastes like dark meat of the chicken. It really does. The seasoning didn't really permeate into the rabbit. Obviously, I didn't let it sit for a day or two. I didn't marinate it, but it's meat. It's good eating. It's not nasty. I'll tell you that. I don't think my wife's going to eat that because it just looks like, what the fuck did you do? Why does that look like that? I think she's going to be pissed off if I bring this in the house and put that in front of her. So I think I'm going to have to maybe chop that up. Somehow concoct it into a dish and tell her that it's chicken for her to eat that. And I don't want to lie to her. I would just want to just put that in front of her and just like, here's dinner. So it's going to be very difficult to get her to eat that. I'll let y'all know, maybe on a future video, maybe on a short, but I'm not convinced that I'm going to be able to put that in front of her as like a leg or a wing or a breast and call that chicken, and she's going to be able to not decipher what that is. So I'm going to eat that. I just ate it on camera. Clearly, that's my rabbit. Let me see if I can get a leg off this bitch. Clearly. Let's see. Is this done up in there? Everything looks done. I did not get off all the fur off this bitch. It's meat. Fuck. It's meat. It's seasoned meat. I just didn't get off all the fur off this shit. Not bad. Like, clearly I did a shit job of taking off all the fur. So I'm not just going to be taking indiscriminate bites off this motherfucker right here. But I just made me some rabbit and it doesn't taste bad. So it does taste like meat. I mean, if I was in the woods, I mean, it is what it is. Fuck. Oh, I got damn fur on this bitch. I mean, it ain't no live bugs, it ain't no ticks on this motherfucker, so I should just, man, fuck it. Pretend I'm in the woods. That's some chewy shit right there. That bitch is chewy. God damn. That's some chewy meat right there. But if you're hungry, you can't discriminate. Beggars can't be choosers. That's what they say, right? I mean, it's edible. Fuck. Huh? It's edible. No complaints here. I did a bad job of cleaning this motherfucker. That's all. My furry little friend. Shouldn't have been trying to eat my goddamn vegetables. I left him alone. Instead, I had to dart him down with that blowgun. Let's see what the muscle fibers taste like. It's edible. It's edible. Oh, fuck. If I was out in the woods, I'd be eating good and getting a good night's rest. Good night rest over this. All right, well, that's another video. Backyard Lumberjack here. I cooked a squirrel before, cooked a rabbit today. Let's get it. Next time, we're going to see what we catch. Maybe a groundhog and see what he tastes like on the grill. I'll see you on the next one. Backyard Lumberjack. Comment, like, subscribe.